DJDUBL.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, DJDUBLTV. After the success of the JME Grime MC album review, a lot of you guys in the comments and messaging me directly and stuff on my socials about doing it more. And it just so happens that last week Stormzy dropped his second album, Heavy Is the Head. So that's what today's video is all about. Let's get into it. First up, it is on physical. So the JME review obviously came about because it was a vinyl and CD only copy. There was no streaming. So Stormzy's is out on CD. Apparently the vinyl is going to be available after the new year, which is a little bit disappointing, but it's fine. I'm going to get the vinyl. So I've got the CD. Anyone that knows anything about me or my mum in particular, she is a massive Stormzy fan. So this is for my mum. Her name's Selma. Stormzy signed it for my mum right here. Hopefully she doesn't watch the video. Anyway, so the album's released. Let's have a look at the CD, the track listing on the back. There's 16 tracks. I feel like that's a good amount for an artist these days, 16 on an album, especially someone like Stormzy. The artwork's good as well. He's obviously on the front. Heavy is the head. Very iconic artwork right here. I like it. You lot don't care about the album cover and the colouring. No, let's get into the music, man. When I get albums and stuff, I always like to look straight away at who the features are and what songs I would potentially be excited to listen to. In terms of features, like, it's interesting. Heady One's on there, it's the first feature. Tiana Major 9, H.E.R, H, of course everyone knows who H is, he's the golden boy right now. H.E.R and Burna Boy. Some good features, but it's not bait obvious features. In fact, like I say, Yeba's in there, and excuse me, Tiana Major 9 as well. She's definitely not a mainstream artist, so I feel like this is going to be a very good platform for her to be discovered. This is definitely going to be a milestone for her. So I've got the CD. I don't have a CD player. Like, in this whole studio, I don't have a CD player anywhere. I'm basically going to go online. So let's get into this. Most definitely, we have to start this up, right? This is Stormzy's second album, which is already doing massive numbers. It's called Heavy Is the Head. Let's get straight into it.
Hey, yo, Stormzy G. I beg you, G, release music, fam. Because you know what, it's getting me so mad, fam. What's wrong with you? Fucking pussy, yo. Release some fucking music, man. Dickhead. Big Michael.
Yeah! Oh! That's a great intro for the album. So that starts off with a voice note. It's a voice note from a fan telling Stormzy that he needs to release some more music. And then, yeah, it's quite amusing.
Hey, yo, Stormzy G. I beg you, G, release music, fam. Because you know what, it's getting me so mad, fam. What's wrong with you? Fucking pussy, yo. Release some fucking music, man. Dickhead.
Track 1, by the way, is called Big Michael, and the way this starts, it's very dramatic, like trumpets and big orchestra. That kind of reminds me like how Sway used to start his mixtapes and his albums and stuff. It's like the sound you would imagine that royalty has arrived. But yeah, I like that, man. Big Michael. There's a lyric that I quite like because rappers don't do this enough. Now, he said, I'm never in the trap and I'm never with a strap. I quite like it because he's not about that life. The guy's a millionaire now, do you know what I mean? So like, he's not in the streets doing that sort of stuff. He's living in a mansion somewhere, getting rich, touring the world, writing books and doing all sorts. So I like it. Very good production as well. Fred is the name of the producer. Fred Gibson, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm not overly familiar with his work. But yeah, Fred. Track number 2, Audacity, featuring Heady One.
I roll out with no cash on me, calm now with no mash on me. Let's go and up on the up block like who's on me, Charlie. Come off the rim like 100,000, I bought a new honey and a cough.
Yeah, that's another 6 song. Stormzy repeats the lyrics right at the end of the song. At the end of this song, he's repeating like, when Banksy put the vest on me, felt like God was testing me. Like there's messages. He's definitely like, there's things he's trying to say here. This isn't just rap. I like it. I like the video as well. You know what? I couldn't stand Heady One in the past. I've warmed to him now. I quite like him as an artist in some aspects. Not on everything, One thing I do like about Headie One, he just never has a facial expression. When he's in the videos and he's rapping, he just seems so laid back and just unanimated, but it works. And also the other thing, he's hanging upside down in the video. When you first see him, he's in the back of a truck hanging upside down. I wonder how long he was upside down for. I wonder if all the blood in his body just went, never mind. Let's get on to track 3, which is Crown. Let's have a listen to Crown.
Searching every corner of my mind. Heavy is the head that wears the crown.
I really like Stormzy with a choir. They're not listed as a feature on the album, but it's the LJ Singers, apparently, is the name of the choir. Now, I really like what he does with a choir. And from his first album, Gang Signs and Prayer, Blinded by Your Grace Part 2 was actually my favourite song off that album. This is the closest that we'll get to that song. This isn't necessarily a gospel record like Blinded by Your Grace Part 2 is, but I like how it sounds. And you know what? It was produced by MJ Cole as well. Garage legend MJ Cole produced that, but it's nothing like a garage song. So I like that combination. One line that definitely stands out, and it's something that there was a huge conversation about this line at the time when the song dropped on radio, and it's talking about the scholarship that he did for Cambridge University, I think it was. He did a scholarship for black students at Cambridge. People saying it's racist because only black students can apply. I love the fact that Stormzy addresses it in half a bar. I've done a scholarship for the kids. They said it's racist. And he says, that's not anti-white, it's pro-black. Like, that's a drop mic moment right there. Coming out the back of Audacity, it breaks it up straight away with a more melodic song. The fact that Stormzy's singing as well, I didn't even mention that yet. Like, he raps, but he's singing the whole hook with the choir backing him up. He sounds good. He doesn't sound out of place, and it doesn't sound forced, which I think is the important thing. Track 4, Rainfall, featuring Tiana Major 9. And I'm interested to see what they've done together on this.
Still out running up your guns, man, I'll double back and then I go and double up my funds.
Yeah. That's a great record, man. I don't know if any of you lot really care about like rhyming structures and stuff, but he switches up the flow. Like, it's not nursery rhyming all the way through. I like how he switches it up, and I like the hook. Very, very simple, like very easy. But then when it gets to Tiana Major 9's bit, I didn't expect what I heard. Now, I know she's got a good voice, and throughout the whole song, especially the chorus, you can hear like her backing vocals, very, very just discreet, very subtle, and it's there. And when it comes to her bit, she sings the hook from Mary Mary Shackles, which is, I think it's up there as one of my favourite 90s R&B songs, man. It's a proper sick song. She definitely did it justice. Rainfall, track number 4, that's another dope song. Rachel's Little Brother is the next track. First of all, my favourite line in there, and if you know me well, you're going to know why this is my favourite line. I wish I had £1 for every rhythm that I clarted. I fucking love that word. The word clart. It's one of my favourite words right now. That definitely gets the seal of approval because he clarted the rhythm. This one's quite a long song. First off, it starts with a sample, which was familiar. I knew it, but I couldn't place it. And I looked it up, and it's Big Brother's Baby Boy, like an old school UK tune. I say old school, like in my lifetime, obviously, but Baby Boy, Big Brothers from the early 2000s. So there was that sample. The first verse is massive, like it's really long. What I quite like that Stormzy does is he changes song structures. He doesn't do 16 bars then a chorus or 32 bars then a chorus. He just sometimes bars, like with his wicked Skengman 4 freestyle, which I think was his first song to hit the charts. There's no hook, there's no chorus. It was a freestyle all the way through. I feel like Stormzy does that quite well. Where this one was called Rachel's Little Brother, the way the instrumental began, the feeling that I got from it, I thought it would be quite a deep song rather than the kind of freestyle that it is. It's still good and there's still good bars in there. Like there's a lot of different stuff that he's saying. One thing, it kind of caught me off guard, and because it caught me off guard, I'm not sure if I like it or not. The bridge of the song, he starts to sing after all of that barring and everything he's saying. I just don't know if it fits this song. But then afterwards, after that, he goes back into barring again for like a shorter second verse. I like it though, production wise sounds good. So produced by E.Y. Yeah, it's a good track. That's definitely not my favourite one on the album. But again, it's a good one. So that's track 5. Track number 6 is called Handsome.
The Jamba Boys, the goal is to touch your soul. Everywhere I go, I'll make it warm. I'll never inform, but I'm fully on form.
First things first, I'm a real G. As a tweet on Twitter, gonna kill me. If I ain't the GOAT, then I will be. You know this, so the 7-figure know me.
Handsome, that's definitely a rap record right there. Starts off with a voice of somebody who's not in the credits. I'm glad they didn't put him in the credits because I definitely would have saw it and been quite excited to hear his verse, and it wasn't a verse at all. And I knew, as soon as it came on, I recognised the voice, and it was J.H.U.S. T-Minus and Frank Dukes produced it. The beat is hard. The bass on that tune slaps as well. It's what you would expect. If I said there is a rap record by Stormzy, it's exactly what you'd expect from a rap record like Stormzy. This song also brings back the Rachel reference. Chorus basically says, young black fly and handsome, burn down the rave like I'm Rachel Anson. And obviously you'll remember there was a song called Rachel's Little Brother. So Rachel Anson is Stormzy's elder sister, and she's a DJ basically. And I love the fact that Stormzy's just turned her into a whole chorus. Burn down the rave like I'm Rachel Anson. I like that he's done that. I like it. I'm a DJ, man. I like it when people big up the DJs. Let's move on to the next one.
Having visions of my friends in RIP sweaters. Have you ever had to sacrifice your health?
First of all, we've definitely got to give a round of applause to Fraser T. Smith. He is an incredible producer. Another song that sounds, it's not quite, but it sounds like along the hook and along the chorus, there's a choir or like a lot of backing singers involved. I like how Stormzy sounds on it. I like what he's saying in the track as well. One thing I would change, he's singing on the chorus again. It's not that he's a bad singer, but the last line of each verse, he says, then she tells me not to speak and she whispers in my ear like, and then it leads into the chorus. I feel like it would have been great if there'd been a female singer doing the chorus, or at least a female singer with him doing the chorus, or like a more prominent female voice on the record straight after the line, because at the end of the second verse, he says it again. That could have done with a female touch on the chorus. Love a good song though. Yeah, Fraser T. Smith, a great musician, great producer. The song was about a minute too long, in my opinion. There was only 2 rap verses on there and the rest was sung, but obviously the chorus is very repetitive and goes on. Then there was like another bridge of like the choir or the backing singers just doing their bit. Then it jumped back into the chorus again. Could have been a minute shorter. The next one, Don't Forget to Breathe, featuring H.E.R. It's a 2-minute song. H.E.R.'s an American singer. So let's see what Stormzy's got her in for. That's an interesting one. Stormzy loves to sing, innit? I feel like he's definitely found a lane for himself where he can just very comfortably just let loose and sing. I like that about him because obviously he came out the gates as a grime MC. So everybody's first introduction with Stormzy was not even as a rapper, like he was a grime MC. And the fact that he's done other records which then opened him up as a rapper. And now obviously with Gang Signs and Prayers, first album, that was when it was like, this guy ain't a rapper, he's an artist. He's proving that on this album, man. The guy is an artist. Very talented. H.E.R. could have contributed more, to be honest. Like she's got a nice sounding voice, but she didn't really do very much on there. So there could have been a bit more of her presence. That track's labelled as an interlude as well. So it's kind of, I don't know, interludes are weird. They can just kind of be whatever they are. So it is whatever it is. But yeah, it was dope, man. The next one up's got another female on it. She goes by the name of H.E.R. H.E.R. And this tune is called 1 Second.
If you give me just 1 second.
1 second to let it breathe. Just a second is all I need.
That song right there is exactly what I wanted to hear from Do Better. So her, what an incredible singer. Like, she got a great voice on that. She takes over the chorus. So let's talk about Stormzy's verses. Basically, one line that I definitely picked up on. He says, I'm not the poster boy for mental health. There was a time when actually I feel like every interview around Stormzy was asking about mental health and the fact that he actually mentioned in one of his records that he had depression and yeah, suddenly that was like the topic. All right, Stormzy, now he's the guy we need to talk to for mental health. I like that he's addressed that there because he's not, and otherwise that's just going to be the question that is always asked. I like that he addressed that there. Yeah, going back to H.E.R.'s feature on there, I'm wondering if she was playing the guitar or if she was just singing over it. Kind of sounded like towards the end, all the beat breaks down. There's just a guitar there and just her singing as the song plays out. I could picture her sat there playing and singing. I don't know if she plays the guitar. I might be completely making this up. Owen Cuts is the name of the producer. Definitely a notable shout out to him because as the song starts, it's kind of more of an acoustic song. The way that the beat comes in sounds good. Like, it sounds sick. So yeah, that's a good one. 1 second. The next song is a song called Pop Boy featuring the man of the moment. The man of the moment, Manchester's very own H. Just looking at the credits first, it is produced by Fred and Toddler T. Oh, big up Toddler T, man. Yeah, this is going to be a club song.
A bit of strength and a little bit of pork, could I have my little brother just dipping in the York.
A good song, definitely. And Stormzy and H did exactly what I would expect from them. Good wordplay, good flows. Nothing that kind of blew my head off. Nothing that I thought, oh, I didn't have to reload anything that they said. But good track, upbeat, decent beat. Yeah, production sounded good as well. So big ups to Fred, shout out to Toddler T. Toddler T, Producky. So straight on to the next one, Own It, which is a song obviously that everybody's already heard before you've heard the album. It's a single that's out. Own It, featuring H.E.R and Burna Boy. It's like a dancehall type guy. He loves to sing. I know people are going to get onto me for it, and I know some people are not going to be happy, but I've got to say it because it's my truth. I'm not an Ed Sheeran fan. I can appreciate that he's a sick singer. He's got a good voice, like no doubts he can sing, but I don't like his music. I don't like what he does. And personally, for me, I don't like Ed Sheeran for this song. And I hate saying it because I don't like being negative about talented people, but I don't feel like he fits. When he comes in halfway through the song, and the way he comes in, it's like a whoa moment. It's like, it doesn't make sense to me. I'm a big fan of Burna Boy also. So when I saw the feature list, Ed Sheeran and Burna Boy, I was excited because everything that Burna Boy's done, Burna Boy's African Giant album, for example, is an incredible album. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't know vocally what Burna Boy did for this song. There's a tiny bit where you can hear it, but he doesn't contribute. Like, there's no solo part for Burna Boy. Don't quote me on this, but I think he had quite a lot of input when it came to writing the song. And also got to put a shout out to Jay Weathers as well, who's another songwriter. He wrote My Lover for Notes. So he had quite a lot to do with writing this song as well. Because of the feature list, because I'm not a huge Ed Sheeran fan, and I am a big Burna Boy fan, and obviously I'm a big Stormzy fan, I feel like this song was quite underwhelming, if I'm honest. Let's play the next one, Wiley Flow.
If you can't do 10K for a suite, then I don't want to hear no chat about numbers. You men are my youngers. Yeah.
One thing Stormzy says in that song, I can't drop the bag, I am the bag. Now, the way that song sounds and the way it's produced, that definitely could have been the intro. The way the instruments sounded like that and the way Stormzy starts the record, 100% could have been the introduction to the album. But it actually breaks it up nicely because where there's a lot of more vocal stuff towards the middle of the album, now it feels like, right, let's bring it straight back to a grime record. I was actually also surprised to find out it wasn't produced by Sir Spyro. Sounds like a Sir Spyro record, but it wasn't. It wasn't produced by him. It was produced by Ill Minds, A. Skits and EY. Bronze is the name of the next one.
On this year, gone this year. Man, I eat rice and stew and I'm strong this year. Big life on this year. I can see a better place. Doesn't matter what may come my way. Believe me now, I'll win someday.
So I just listened through Bronze and Superheroes, 2 songs back to back. So Bronze was like more on the Wiley flow type track, another harder rap record, like grimy flows. If you're a rap fan, if you're a grime fan, you'll definitely enjoy that one more. Superheroes, down the more melodic route again. Anything bad happens relating to like the black community or black music in the UK, the media here always seem to kind of demonize it a lot, and especially what I have noticed a lot of times is tie it back to Stormzy somehow, because he seems to be like the flagship guy for black music in the UK. There's been a couple artists that have gone to jail for various different things, and in the media they've always tied it back to such and such who was pictured with Stormzy. Like, bruv, everyone's been pictured with Stormzy. It's dumb. What I like that he's done in that track is he's highlighted the opposite side of that world, like the achievements, like the fact that he's called it Superheroes as well. I really like that. I was also reading about this tune, and it samples the theme tune of a TV show called Tracy Beaker. So if you're a Tracy Beaker fan, you might enjoy that track. Now we're getting towards the end of the album.
Never been the type to be so reckless with decisions. Swear you tried to tell me, but it's like I never listened. And I was meant to share your vision, I was meant to be a rider.
So that was Lessons, and without a doubt, that's definitely the deepest song on the whole album. And I know for a fact as well that this song was a last-minute addition to the album also. It covers his breakup with Maya Jama and talks about the reasons for it and how he feels about the whole situation. That's probably one of the most important songs on the album, to be honest, because when I listen to albums from rappers, I don't want to hear just non-stop grease and non-stop bragging. And obviously, like, I know that's not what Stormzy's about, but what I want to hear from a rapper's album is also about their personal truths, like what they've got going on at that point in their life. In terms of his personal life, this is probably like the biggest thing that's happened to him this year. It's good to see an artist, a rapper, open up like this on tracks. I like it. I enjoy it. And I liked that record. Now I have a full understanding of what happened between him and Maya. Not that I cared, and I mean that in the nicest way, but yeah, it's good to hear. Got one last track on the album. This is the very first song that I heard from the album when it dropped at the start of the year. Bossy Bop is the name of it, and this without a doubt is the most club playable record of the album. I'm not even going to play it, to be honest, because I've heard it so many times in the club sets. I could recite every single lyric to you right now. In terms of the beat and the production of this song, it's always reminded me of Drake Started From the Bottom, that kind of vibe. And I really like that kind of rap music. So especially as a club DJ, I play a lot of that kind of stuff. It works with a lot of other styles. It's a good record, man. So yeah, that concludes Stormzy's Heavy Is the Head album. All of the tracks there. More importantly, all of the tracks here. This is a really good album. Do I like this album more than I like Gang Signs and Prayer? Gang Signs and Prayer, the first album, was unexpected because when I listened to it, I was expecting to hear a grime album, and what I heard, like I said earlier, was an artist's album, like an actual real musical album. So going into this one, I thought I knew what to expect. I knew there'd be a lot of singing. I knew there'd be a choir in there somewhere or two. Stormzy loves a choir. This is my own personal opinion. One thing I didn't like about the album was that it wasn't on vinyl, but the vinyl's coming apparently, so that can be rectified. The total playing time's just under an hour. It could have been a little bit shorter. Just a couple minutes taken off one or two of the songs maybe. Overall, this is a really good album. It's definitely an album I could listen to several times over. There might be like one or two songs that I would skip, but on first listen there wasn't a single song that I didn't like. Yeah, this is a good album. I'm definitely underselling it. This is a great album. This is a great album. congrats to Stormzy. If you like the video, don't forget, share it on your social media, tell a friend to tell a friend, and tell all of their friends to watch. And that's it, yeah, that's how we're gonna grow, man. DJDUBLTV. Thanks for watching, peace.